Essays come in many stripes. This course will focus on a few of these essay formats. For this lesson, we are focusing on the personal or narrative essay. While reading and writing personal essays this week, you may notice aspects of description, example, and analogy and metaphor being woven into the essays to help tell the story and illuminate the thesis. A good essay informs and entertains. It is clear in its word choice, point of view, and organization. It is also coherent and fits together into a logical framework. There is a clear introduction, a body where ideas are defended and illustrated with examples, and a conclusion that brings it all to an end neatly. Emphasis is created with descriptive details and examples that help the reader see the points being made. Effective punctuation and word choices also help create emphasis. Finally, a good essay is concise and to the point. Although not always limited to the 5-paragraph model, a solid piece will stick to this general pattern. A personal essay tells about a truth or observation you have discovered based on your own experiences. You are trying to persuade the reader to consider and support your opinion about this truth or observation, using the predictable format of an introduction, body, and conclusion. You can think about an essay like a wheel. At the center is the thesis, with the examples, descriptive phrases, and in more literary essays, quotations, being the spokes connecting the thesis to the argument. The more spokes or examples and descriptive images, the stronger the wheel and more developed and well-rounded your argument will be. The thesis is the main point of the essay and is often stated in the introduction. It is probably a good idea to review the difference between the topic and the thesis. A topic is a general and broad statement, whereas the thesis is a focused statement loaded with the writer's opinion and stance about the topic. The introduction of an essay is often called the lead. A good lead must have a hook, a strong statement that grabs the reader's attention and pulls the reader in. The strategies in the yellow boxes are ways writers use to grab the interest of their readers. An introductory paragraph must define the essay's meaning or theme. The purpose of the essay must be clear. A lead may be one single paragraph or may extend to several paragraphs. A solid introduction will pique the reader's interest, set the scene and provide background information, reveal the conflict, and identify the theme or idea that the writer will explore. It will also state in some way the author's thesis or opinion about that theme. The body consists of the bulk of the story and is the paragraphs that tell the story and develop the thesis with examples and details that build upon each other. Transitional phrases help with flow and cohesion. The final body paragraph should contain the most impactful information that helps reach the height of the conflict and helps to frame the author's insight and thesis. A writer must create connections between paragraphs. As you already know, the first sentence of a paragraph is the topic sentence, which guides the content of the entire paragraph to follow. The last sentence of each paragraph is just as important. It is a transition sentence and must urge readers on to the following paragraph. When reading personal essays and writing your own, it is helpful to identify these 3 key transitional sentences, as they help maintain the flow and cohesion of the essay. They help carry the reader from the introduction to the body through to the conclusion in an efficient manner. A good conclusion in a personal essay widens the lens from the focus of the specific event to the present day and wraps up the essay by drawing loose ends together, without unnecessary repetition of what has already been said. A conclusion helps resolve the conflict hinted at in the introduction and discusses, reframes, and puts into new perspective a reflection of the author's learnings about the universal truths, themes, or lessons on life gained by that personal experience. A good conclusion lets the reader know what the writer knows now that they didn't know before the experience. When critically reading essays written by other writers, or when you are in the planning and pre-writing stages of your own essay, consider the usefulness of a tool like this that helps you organize and frame the essay. You can use this planning tool to deconstruct an already written essay into its parts, as well as use it to think about an essay you want to write before actually writing full sentences and paragraphs. This week, you will get a chance to practice using this tool for both purposes.